Okay, so what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? In today's video, I just wanted to go over this whole Division 2 situation, and I wanted to give y'all my opinion, as well as ideas and solutions to what I see is a problem that's becoming a across the board issue in the gaming industry for all of us. It's affecting all of us, and I feel like this is just another one of those situations that if you look closely and you listen closely, not only can you hear what's about to happen, but you can almost see it. And so I wanted to go over this video, the last state of the game, um, before I start getting to the solution for the problem, my idea for the solution. I wanted to go over some of these points in the video. Now, this video gonna be a little bit different because what I want to do is I want to give y'all what I call the translation. All right, so we're gonna start off right here with the introduction. I guess he about to move. He finna hand it over to the real developers so they can tell us about their plans for their game, I guess. So I don't really know what their job is or what part they actually have in the development of this game, but here you go handing it over to the guys who are obviously in charge of the development of the game. So let's hear what they got to say, and then
It doesn't need to know. It's not a done.
we'll get to the point.
As soon as you say not a dab,
I hate that they make all these
It's not
jokes
bad.
when they
It's not
finna
bad.
when they basically stabbing this game in the
But
abdomen.
to help us celebrate this special day,
And they
we
got
have
jokes.
two guests with us, Julian and Matthias. Hey guys.
Hey. Hello.
Hey, welcome. For the people who haven't seen you guys before, you both.
Okay, so these the real developers right here. That's what you seeing. The real devs.
My name's Julian Garrity. I'm the creative director on the division.
Matthias Karlsson, game director.
And here you go. So now you got the two game, the creative director, game director. All right, these are the real
So,
guys. He nobody.
We
These
announced
are the real
last week
dudes.
that we now have
He the
20 million
interviewer,
people
the
in
news
the
guy.
division. How does it feel?
It feels awesome. It's so incredibly thrilling to have worked so hard for so long and to have your work appreciated by so many people. Gets a little bit scary when you look at.
And
how
here you
much
go,
time people
hyping it up a little bit
invest in it.
more. That's what he's doing right
There's
now.
a
He's trying to
guy on
hype up.
Twitter
He's trying to
who
hype
said-
up the accomplishment of delaying this game being completed almost 2 years to have a functional, playable game. This how long we waited to have it. So of course everybody playing it now because we finally getting what we paid for all that time ago. And they trying to use that like the division and just, oh man, it's just the best game. So many people love. No, so many people return to the game because of that big update. Stop bullcrapping yourself. Let's be real here, boys. All right. So what I'm doing, like I said, I'm dropping you the translation. What's really happening? What he really doing is hyping it more. It's the preparation of the hype. All right. So now let's see what he got to say next.
He played the division more than he'd slept over the last year or so.
Listen to this guy.
For-
Come
for me,
on,
that's
man.
mind-blowing and slightly scary at the same time. But I think when we launched the division and post-launch, we've done the support that we needed to really make it into an experience that people can enjoy long-term. So 20...
And no, people did not get their enjoyment until the long term. And you see how you trying to word all this? That's what I don't like. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's very, very unreal, man. Yeah, if anything, you should have just admitted that y'all have failed in the beginning significantly, and that y'all had took the steps to try to work to fix the problem. If we have gotten to a point now where we can say that the division, as of 1.7, 1.8, has become more of the vision that we first promised, that we first promoted. Not still 100%. I'm assuming that this is what part 2 will be. What we saw in the original E3 trailer. This next trailer is going more than likely it's going to look better. It's going to look more like what you saw originally. That's what we're about to get. All right, and they telling you that. So let's hear some more.
million people playing the game, or who have played the game, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It feels really, really awesome.
Yeah, I can only echo
Disagree?
that. Yeah, I mean, for us, it's been a journey longer than 2 years.
Of course.
right? So I mean, just
Of course,
the experience
these guys,
from day
man.
one,
Come
starting
on,
making
man.
this game from scratch, all the way from the development, launching it, and then seeing it in such good health 2 years in. It's fantastic. 20 million is enough.
Look how he's saying it. Like the game really stayed healthy for 2 years. No, No, my friend. The division flatline. It was dead. This shit needed to be Frankenstein. You understand what I'm saying? What happened with the division is the new updates. That especially 1.8. Alright, it's a true significance to 1.8 because with the release of 1.8, it was so big, it drew so many people back into the game at that time that stores increased the prices. Alright, the prices of the division started to go up again. Money grab. There go the first one. Let them continue on. This is upsetting.
Yeah.
It's hard to conceptualize,
hard.
especially when you see the stats linked to it.
It's basically the population of Scandinavia. So.
Yeah, twice the amount of people that live in Sweden. It's
Yep.
absolutely crazy. But let's not dwell on the past. Let instead move to the future. So Julian, there's been a lot of discussion, of course, in the community, especially since 1.8. What's the future of the division? Can you help us settle that?
Yep. So I'm thrilled on behalf of the team at Massive and the teams that are working on.
And notice he
division
said, "What's the
worldwide
future
to,
of the division?"
Exclusively announce to our community first that we're working on the sequel to the Division 2.
We're working on the sequel to the Division 2. Understand? So they making pretty clear that boom, we drawing the line now. We finna make a chop. Alright, that's what they saying. We finna make a chop. We finna move away from the Division 1 onto the sequel, Division 2. Alright, so they making that clear. This is the part that I want people to pay attention to, because this why now Division 1 is pointless. Alright, if you don't already own the Division 1, you might as well wait for the Division 2. Save your money so that you don't feel like you're playing the same game again. Alright, because that's what it's finna happen to you. It's finna be another quick cash grab. A lot of people will buy 2. And I'm not even saying that 2 will be a bad game, but it's going to be a replica. You know, it's going to basically be a repeat game with slightly better adjustments made to it. Alright, and I think he give away that stuff. You know, it's kind of like Call of Duty 3, or no, not Call of Duty, my mistake. It's kind of like the Battlefield 3 to Battlefield 4. It's more like that kind of transition. You remember where they kind of up the graphics, up the environmental destruction, yada yada skip. It's going to be that kind of trash. That's all you're going to get. That's new. And that's why I'm saying that. Yeah, for the people who didn't play 1, great. But for the 1 community that they addressed in the beginning of this, man, they just straight up just dumped on us. They straight up just dumped on us.
That's huge.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh no, I thought we needed to.
Notice his sound effect. Bum bum bum. You know that ain't even a good sound effect. Even he know that the division just got murdered.
Some drama to it.
Fantastic.
That's absolutely amazing. Have to ask you though, there's of course going to be tons.
And look at him. Look at him. He on fire red right now. He like, oh, he feeling the pressure. He know they just pissed off a lot of people with this announcement. He know this ain't they. And it killed me to see him sit up here and try to act like it's such a good thing, man. But let's carry on.
But I wanted to ask you guys straight away, why a sequel?
And now for him to even ask that question, don't you understand where this is headed? So now why a sequel? Now listen, the reply.
It wasn't an easy decision, but there are so many stories and so many experiences.
Listen to this guy.
Explore within the world of the division that we really felt that a sequel was the best way to investigate these things.
Yeah.
To investigate these things. Well, what do you think about this? It looked like the Division 2 about to come out, and then them suckers will be waiting 2 years to get a close to completed project. All right, because bear in mind that the people who played the Division 1, we still yet to get an ending. We ain't even get an ending to the game. All right, you hear what I'm saying? There wasn't even no real wrap up to the game. The Dark Zone was the ending. I don't even understand. Where did you talk? Let him.
Also, I mean, we any craft creative endeavor, the doing, the making of it, the process is such an important part of learning, improving what to do next and what to do in the future. And this is all the same people, all the same teams and studios that made the Division 1. So it's a...
No, you gonna sit up there and say it's all the same people who made the Division 1. First sign of copy pasta. Get ready, man. I'm talking about this gonna literally be what you finna get is the same game with slight adjustments. It ain't even the Division One of them games. It ain't even much more you can do. That's why it's incredibly ridiculous that you would even consider putting out a part 2 of this game. It's like playing them on 2 different platforms. Like if you was playing it on PlayStation and then playing it on Xbox, Division 1 and Division 2, you're gonna be doing the same thing in both games. Right? You're going to be doing the same thing, recollecting. All right, so basically all you're doing is making all of the prior work of the Division 1 null and void. You putting out a part 2 since you screwed up part 1. You admitting to it. Instead of recreating the Division 1, instead of fixing the original project, you abandoning that to move on to the part 2. And you want us to invest in that. Get out of here. It's ridiculous, man.
Incredible opportunity for us to take all that learning, all that experience from what the Division is today, and put that into a new game. And also, I mean...
and what into a new game. What an incredible opportunity. Ain't it ironic that right at the height of the 1.8 hype, right when it start to dwindle a little bit, because now it's at a point where that hype is dwindling down. Now they announced the Division 2 before the E3 coming. They announcing that the Division 2 coming before E3. All right, because they want to get it out there while the game still got some popularity to it so that people can see this, respond to this. This video you watching right now got you thinking about the Division. All right, but I hope it got you thinking the right thing, which is do not pre-order the Division 2, number one. You want to wait for the Division 2 to come out. You want to wait to see what this game is going to have to offer in the first place, especially if you already have part 1. All right, now if you're one of those players who never played part 1, buying part 1 at this point is like playing a living, breathing spoiler. All right, stay away from part 1. If you don't have it, it's no point to buy it now. You get what I'm saying? They literally just eliminated the one of the few things that would have created a reason to purchase the Division 1 at this point. But this 1.8.1 and 1.8.2, nah, that's not going to cut it for a reason to buy the Division at this point. Go ahead, chalk it up. Wait for part 2, get it with the added environmental stuff. And for those people, the game may very well be worth it. But for the people who've been playing it, for the community that already existed, this was a big middle finger to all of us, straight out. All right, they moving on forward now to the new player base. All right, that's what's happening. So let's hear a little bit more.
Technology advances with time as well. So Snowdrop today is a better engine, a more capable engine than the engine we released the Division 1 with, which was still fantastic, but we can do more now. So we of course want to take that opportunity as well, which would be so much more difficult to do with the game that's live. So yeah, there are many reasons.
Yeah. So you mentioned the same people, so it's massive.
There are many reasons. You should have gave them all, Dean, because the ones you gave so far is weak. None of those reasons that they didn't provide it up to this point is nothing that cannot be repaired. All right? In theory, you could technically rebuild any game from the ground up. All right, the way that it is now, think of Batman Arkham Knight. Perfect example. Game was destroyed in the beginning. All right, and that's a game that was literally almost recrafted. Man, I had to fix so much stuff in that game just to make it playable. All right, and the Division now at 1.8 is at one of its most playable states. And now that it's there, you abandon ship. You abandon ship and move on to an entirely new project. I can't understand it.
So the studio is working on it?
Well, let me be clear. I can understand it. It's a cash grab. All right, it's a cash move. By putting out the Division 2, it's more profitable. By giving a better version of the game that people already own, it's a loss in profits. Them having to invest into that work in the meantime, there is no pre-order because nobody, they haven't announced it as an add-on, so nobody can make pre-orders on this Division 2 expansion pack, which would have been the smarter move. All right, but no, that's over with now. Now it's just everybody waiting for the new game, so it's no reason to buy the old game. All right, that's just simple logic, especially if you already played it. All right, especially if you got Division 1. Division 2 really gonna make you mad. City Streets. I think that'd be a raw title for the game. We'll call it City Streets, right? Or something along them lines, where basically it's just a copy. I would want to get a development team. All right, this is what I would need the money for. I'm going to tell y'all. I'm up to this video. I'm going to stop this stream and I'm posting this. I'm sorry about the black screen to the people that's watching it. Let me try to make it a little bit bigger, if anything, because I don't want them to be watching this stream with me all, just the stream. Because now that I'm going to post it, I want it to be more official. All right. So what I think need to happen is we need to go ahead, crowdfund the game, and do it like we said. We take all 50 states, New York. You take your, no, just a city from each state. All right, we'll let different people vote for what city in a state they would want to see in the game. We take that city, all right, and we start there. Boom, one. We take a copy of Google Maps. We build the city as close to Google Maps as we can get it. All right, we're going to need a gaming lawyer to make sure that we don't use trademarks from like McDonald's and Arby's that we can't use. Maybe we can use. Maybe we even be able to get. That's a good advertising for those companies to be able to have their little shops and stores in the game like they would normally be. That when you playing this and you walking around in this city and and we doing our collecting gear and all that, of course it's going to be a looter shooter. All right, I'm telling you, listen to me, man. I'm telling y'all right now, this is the game that the world need. All right, and your boy Skills want to try to bring it to y'all. I'm gonna start a Kickstarter. I'm gonna start everything I can. Anybody else who want to help, be a part of it, email me, please, because I'm telling you, the gaming industry is dicking us. They dicking us left and right, and I'm tired of it. It's time for us to have a game, not a game that's gonna turn into something else, but a game that'll last as long as World of Warcraft has lasted. The people who play that genre of game. All right. I want to bring you the World of Warcraft of shooters.